Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to be doing a little Castlevania. I don't know why. Well, I guess I know why. It's the holiday seasons, or the Halloween season, and a lot of people are starting to play the Castlevania games at this time. This is when it feels the most appropriate time to play these games. But I don't know, I just, every once in a while, I just get into this mood where I just feel like playing Castlevania. And I've been trying to decide, do I want to focus on Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, the Game Boy one? I mean, the list goes on. And, you know, the Nintendo Castlevania, the first one anyways, has always been one that I've gotten pretty far in, but I've never completed it. I'm one of those people, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there who've never completed this game. But it's weird because I remember playing it on the Commodore 64. And for those who don't know what that is, that's an earlier computer that came out before the Nintendo. And eventually it had this game ported on there. And I remember borrowing it from a friend and playing the heck out of it and beating it on the Commodore 64. But I never had it on the Nintendo until much later. In fact, my first... out of all the Castlevania games, the first one I ever owned on the Nintendo was Castlevania 3. I bought it brand new when it was out. And then I worked backwards. I ended up buying Part 2, and after a long time, finally getting my hands on Part 1. So it was kind of weird that I started off that way. And I've beaten Castlevania 3 several times, and all with the different characters. You can get the different characters in Castlevania 3. You can get... what's his face? The Hunchback guy. The name is escaping me right now. Grant, I think it is. You can beat the game with. You can get Alucard, Dracula's son, or you can get Sypha. And I remember beating the game several times over again. And yet with Castlevania, the first one, I've never beaten it. So, hey, okay, let's just check who we have in the chat there. We got Daniel Powers. Rondo of Blood is a cooler name than Dracula 10. Anyone? Yeah, for sure. I remember hearing about that on, I think Angry Video Game Nerd was talking about that one. Stu's Reviews. I came here to see some good ass whooping. Yeah, I'm going to get my ass whooped. I've been practicing this a little bit, and, you know, I just thought I just want to keep playing it, because practice makes perfect, right? I don't know. The trick is to this game is to never give up the holy water and never screw up. Yeah, that's something I've been learning a lot of, is that holy water is one of the better weapons in the game. In fact, I watched a playthrough, just one playthrough I found on YouTube, where someone did like a no death run, and they showed all of the tricks of the game, like where every secret was. And that actually was helpful, because there was a few enemies in this game that I always had a hard time with. And once I watched that, I was like, ah, okay, I get it. But, I mean, even still, it's not... You still gotta get the timing right on a lot of this stuff. I mean, this game is all about timing. If there's any game out there that's about timing, this is one of the first true... You gotta get your timing down, and you know, what I mean by that is when to whip at the enemy and when not to whip. When to jump and when not to jump. I mean, this is all what it is, right? It's all timing. And we all know what happens if you don't... Whoops. Shot the wrong way. We all know what happens if you don't whip at the right time. And I'm talking about those Medusa heads, I'm talking about those crows. Pretty much every weapon that kind of swoops around the screen in and out at different intervals just really messes with you. I mean, the Medusa heads, you can almost figure out the pattern with them, but those little white ghost guys that come out of the whatever, wherever, and what's the other one? There's another one that kind of... Another one that changes its pattern. Good old wall meat. Hey, it's RGT85. What's up, dude? Pleasure having you. I beat this game for the first time 2 years ago on Christmas Eve. I also had a 40 King Cobra. I think it was Oh, jeez. It would have been nice to at least beat this game once, at least say I beat it, but yeah, I can't say I have. I mean, other than the Commodore 64 version, which I'm really trying to remember if the Commodore 64 version... I mean, I know it was very similar to this. So, there it is. Knew something was supposed to come out of there. The Commodore 64 version was, you know, very much the same. The thing about the Commodore, I remember, was in order to play the game, every time you wanted to play it, you had to type in a code that you had in this little booklet. I guess it was an anti-piracy thing, and I had to borrow it from my friend. I couldn't copy the game. Like, that's what we did in the Commodore 64 days. We copied the game. But when you have to have a booklet that has like a jillion codes in it that you need to type in before you play the game, it kind of made it, you know, pain in the butt. But that's, you know, that they had to really try and figure out how to stop you from copying games back in the Commodore 64 days. I'm gonna try and whack this guy. I was playing this game earlier today, and I had a really good game going where I got so far without any deaths, without, you know, getting out all the stuff, and what was it? I just fell apart on the Frankenstein level. I fell apart on the Frankenstein level. For some reason, while I was playing, I was just falling apart. I was just... everything was killing me. Yeah, the Hunchback. Someone mentioned that there earlier. Yeah, Stu's Reviews talked about the Hunchbacks. Those are the guys... I mean, I could not... I don't know. Maybe my game was off. Maybe my aim was off. I don't know. But everything, it was just attacking me, and it just fell apart. So... RGT85 is saying, man, it's tough. I think the booze, like, helped my nerves on the later... Yeah, I got my booze here. I mean, I don't know if this is going to help or hinder, though. I can give it a shot. Might take the nerves away. Take the edge off. I know I get nervous with the Medusa heads going up and down the staircases, or not the stair... what is it? It's on this platform, I believe. Where you kind of got to jump across to different platforms, and the Medusa heads are kind of flying around. One hit and fall down the pit. Yeah. You just start overthinking. That's exactly it. That's what I was trying to think to myself. I'm like, you know, just calm down and everything should be fine, but I mean, these things just, I don't know, they just get on your nerves. And it's not like they change pattern, like they come in at a certain angle and they stay at that pattern the whole time. But when another one comes into the screen and another one comes into the screen, it's just like crazy. This drove me crazy for a while here, this area here. Because I always knew there was a secret there and I couldn't remember what it was. Gold Mario 79's asking what made me pick Castlevania tonight. I don't know. I've just been really feeling like playing this game. I was debating on this one or Castlevania 2, but I remember last year playing a lot of Castlevania 2. And so, see right there, that was perfect. I don't know how I got by that so perfectly, but I did. But yeah, last year I was playing a lot of Castlevania 2. I was really into Castlevania 2. And I'm not even sure why I even like that one so much. I think it was like the music. I really like the music of these games. Sometimes I just feel like playing it just to hear the music. But I was thinking, you know, like, I have never beaten this game, so maybe I should just give it my all and just play it. Aw, that sucked. Play it a few times. Try and get used to the patterns and see if I could at least beat this at least once in my life. Although I don't know if that's ever going to be possible, but that, I'm playing on an emulator. I mean, right now, the only way I can stream is through an emulator until I can get a proper setup. And I know the emulators are always a slight timing off from a real Nintendo. So, you know, I work with what I got. music is amazing. I could basically whistle at all the music. Yeah, exactly. I think out of the majority of the games that I've played, this one has like the most, like, I don't know, the music that just sticks in your head the most. Hey, it's Jim's Retro Zone. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream tonight. I mean, it was, you know, here in Canada, I'm in Canada, if people don't know that already, we're having our Thanksgiving this weekend, so my plans have been all over the place. Alright, RGT85, thanks for joining in, man. It's been a pleasure having you here. Let's see if I'm still at it by the time you come back. I've really just been playing this just to get some practice in, and I mean, after watching a few videos on other people playing it to try and figure out the, you know, the strategies of this game, it's just one of those games that always just sticks in the back of your mind if you're either one of those people that completed it or have never gotten far enough to do so. Usually I get to the Reaper and then I'm done. That's if I pass Frankenstein, that is. And you know, again, like I remember when I was younger completing Castlevania 3 all the time, but you know, Castlevania 1, well, I don't know, for whatever reason. Castlevania 2 is you know, to beat that game, you just gotta learn the secrets. It's more cryptic than anything else, and I mean, you can see all that if you watch the Angry Video Game Nerds videos on it. This level drives me crazy with these hunchback guys. See, I've always missed them. They always just jump around my whip. It's a timing thing, right? Well, let's get there. Jim's Retro Zone. Well, Brian, you have so many big YouTubers subscribed to me. I do? Cool. Well, RGT85 is pretty big, yeah, I would say so. he's got quite a bit of subscribers. I've been watching RGT85 for a while, though. He's a cool guy. I like how he decided to take YouTube as a full-time gig. I mean, it's very inspirational for a lot of us smaller YouTubers to think that, you know, one day, just one day, you might actually be able to do this type of thing for a living. Right now, it's just not even ever gonna happen. J Urban 83. Shit's about to get real. That name sounds very familiar. Must be my cousin. Jeff D, happy Turkey Day. Yeah, yeah. It's been a whole Thanksgiving weekend for me. Thanksgiving all the way. I mean, today I just had a big, huge turkey dinner. Yesterday I had a big dinner. I'm like full of food. Never play Castlevania on an empty stomach. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, the birds. You know, the one level that really drives me crazy, too, is the, that level where those birds are coming in and they're dropping the, come on. Oh, what did I just do? Huh. That was accidental, but hey, why not? I have to remember that. No, when the birds come in and they're dropping the hunchback guys. Oh my goodness, is that hard. These double-headed things just drive you nuts. So it's Canada's Turkey Day in not so it's Canada's Turkey Day, not in November like in the US. Yeah, that's correct. We have a Thanksgiving Day, but it's different than the American Thanksgiving. It's on a different day. It's actually before Halloween. So it's really weird. We don't get into the Halloween spirit here until after the Thanksgiving, and I guess you guys are the same. I don't know, when's the American Thanksgiving? Is that after Remembrance Day or before? Yeah, it's actually tomorrow. The actual Thanksgiving Day is tomorrow. Oh, jeez. Alright. The Vial of Invincibility. Uh-oh. Might lose it. Just throw everything at them. There we go. Oh! Ah. I was so close, too. Hate that when you get so close to the end boss and then you lose. Darn it. Now I'm weak. My whip is weak. That's the thing. Sometimes you can be doing so great in this game and then everything just falls apart on you. Just like this. This is why you have to practice this game. I mean, you just gotta keep playing it. Get used to where everything is and where all the... These birds, though, these can really drive you crazy because it seems like they have 3 different methods of attack. Like sometimes they attack from above, sometimes they attack in the middle, and sometimes they go below you. See, he's below me now. Of course, you got these suckers just throwing things at you every odd second. Just don't like how I'm like kind of handicapped because I have the middle whip and not the longer whip, which means you have to get closer to these guys just to beat them. Yeah, like this. I'm gonna die for sure. It's doing so well there, and I fell apart. Yeah, earlier today I passed this with flying colors, so it's just weird. Or maybe it was yesterday when I was playing this. I just passed it with flying colors, like, this is no problem. I think yesterday I made it right up to Frankenstein and I lost. Dang it. Okay, so we've made it to the mummy men. Everyone hit the like button for Brian. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I'm bad at that. I always forget to remind people to do stuff, but yeah, I think most people remember. Oh, crap. I wasn't supposed to break that brick. Alright, just gonna go crazy on these guys. Because if you stand on that brick, you can kill them a lot easier. There we go. Alright, I just squeezed through that. Yeah, normally if you, that brick I broke where the wall meat came out of, if I stand on that brick, you have an easier chance of just sitting there whipping them and getting out of their path. Here's where I fall down the little hole. Ah, hate the stopwatch. I don't know what's worse, the stopwatch or the dagger. Oh, that was dumb. I'm at 0 lives, so I might as well kill myself. I mean, there's no point in going on. Because you just continue. I don't want to go through all that just to lose. The only time the stopwatch is good is when you don't have any other weapons. The dagger is okay because at least it's a long distance weapon. You can shoot things from a distance. Stopwatch, only in like certain situations where, you know, these flying bats might knock you off your feet or something. Alright, got the holy water. Well, I don't know if the holy water is that good on this part of the game. Oh. Okay, we got through that. Ah. This is the part that drives me crazy. If you miss the hunchback, they just come flying at you from behind. And then it all gets out of hand, because then you get like 2 or 3 of them at you. Well, this can help with the invisibility. Invincibility, I should say, not invisibility. Ah! See what I mean? This just gets crazy. The moment you miss one, then you miss the next one, then you mix like 3 of them, and then they're like all on your butt. There we go. This guy you just run underneath. He's easy. Video game lover 58, how's it going? Now you're in this area. Now there is some wall meat here, so as long as you don't, never mind. I was gonna say as long as I don't get hit. Because there's wall meat right here. Nice turkey leg for Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving, anyways. Eat your wall meat. I remember hearing debates on you know, what people thought that wall meat was. I think in the official Nintendo manual, it says it's a turkey leg. And then in Castlevania 3, it says it's a leg of the werewolf. I'm just gonna keep pummeling away with my turbo thumb. Ah, crap. Run! Holy crap. Holy crap, I beat him. How did I do that? I totally didn't think I was gonna make it. I thought I would have to start again. There's a lot of thumb action on that one. Yeah, I got a free life. Guess I passed that part of the score where you get the free life. Alright, on to the actual really hard level. The freaking Reaper. I hate these hunchback guys. I was having a real hard time this morning playing this. I was on this level. And, yeah, those hunchbacks were, like, kicking my butt every time. And this guy, too. With his bones. Driving me nuts. Good job, well played. Thanks everyone. That was fluke. I didn't think I was gonna get there. Although I lost all my lives here, or all my power here, so I'm not gonna get very far on this one. That was crazy. This one I need to learn the timing of these guys. I just haven't figured out if like where I need to stand and when to start whipping. Just lose so much life on this. Guess the dagger helps. He's just throwing so many bones and takes so much health off of you. I'm like practically dead already. I wonder if the Holy Cross would be a good weapon for this level. I never made it this far in this, even with screen saves. I remember once, I think it was last year I did that, where I got to this point where I had everything I needed, like everything I needed when I started this level, and I did a, what do you call it, a save on my emulator state, a save state, and I was trying to work on this level and I was having a hard time. I'd always get to the Grim Reaper and then just forget it. I'd have no power left to beat him. No matter how much I tried, I was just like, forget it. But I realized after watching a few videos that the best weapon is the holy water, so you really got to keep that holy water on hand. So this is the level I'm going to have to spend the most time on, is just practicing it. With these hunchbacks. Alright, wall meat. Yeah, that's what he means. Save states. Can you do that with the NES Classic? Anybody here have an NES Classic? The Classic Mini, or whatever it's called, that thing that's came out and was impossible to get your hands on? I think you could do saves on that one. Oh, jeez. You guys are so annoying. He's just gonna keep regenerating, isn't he? Well, that's not fair. I think I remember Angry Video Game Nerd talking about that. That he leaves the screen. Whoa! Almost lost my head there. That's it, I'm just running up the stairs. Forget it. Yeah, Jen's like, I want a NES class. Yeah, I want an NES classes too. I really thought it was going to be one of those items that would just be like freely available. Everybody could buy them. Just a nice, cheap thing you can buy to hook up to your TV and play some classic NES. And then it turned out to be this huge, like, collectability thing, limited amounts. And I was just like, what? Really? Like, I really thought by now it'd be like, you know, one of those things you could just run into a store and pick it up if you really wanted it. Wouldn't cost you any money. Or much money. Ah. Crud. Okay, I'm doing really poor on this area. I don't think you can do this without, what goes to 2? I was gonna get the NES Classic, but I have most of the games already, so I never got it. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, so do I. I just looked at it as a more convenient way to just, like, hook it up to my TV upstairs. Like, I have a TV downstairs where I have all my classic systems hooked up to, so my real Nintendo and all that stuff, and, you know, in Brian's man cave. And I also have a TV upstairs, which currently I think is the only thing I have up there is the Wii hooked up to it for a video game system anyways. Because I really don't want to drag up my Nintendo and all the games and all that stuff and hook it up to the TV every time I want to play, so... You know, if you want to change games and stuff, it would suck that you'd have to, like, do that. So, just to have something like that you can just hook up to the HDMI of the flat screen and, just play a bunch of games just for fun. Hey, Mr. Toon! Thanks for coming in, buddy. Mr. Toon's been really awesome with my show. He's been giving me so many donations. I just have to show you this. Mr. Toon has given me Qbert on the PlayStation, Namco Museum on the PlayStation, and, well, he's also sent another one. I don't have it yet, but he's going to be sending it, is Centipede on the Wii. So he's been really giving me lots of great donations, so I got a lot of great content, a lot of great classic gaming on retro systems coming out. A few new videos to come out. Should be a lot of fun. I also ended up picking up this on my own, was Asteroids. And another fan, Grumpy Bear Plays, sent me Missile Command. So I got a whole bunch of these PlayStation, like classic PlayStation games that I'm going to be playing on my channel soon. So look out for that. I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun. Whoa. That was close. Oh, I missed some wall park somewhere. Oh. The challenge is getting by this without losing half of your life. Like that. Holy crap. See, I want to learn the timing of these guys. I seem to be always off with these guys. I don't know where to stand. See, like, I've already lost half my life on that. Grumpy Bear is awesome. I talked to him a bit too. Yeah, I talked to Grumpy Bear a lot on Twitter. He's very active on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you'll probably find Grumpy Bear Plays a lot. Very cool guy. I've talked to him a lot. And yeah, he decided to send me Missile Command, which I guess started the whole thing. You know, I didn't ask him to do anything. All I did was share his channel and talk about him, and he decided to send me Missile Command on PlayStation. And I mean, to this day, I have yet to do anything on PlayStation. I haven't touched PlayStation. Most of my videos have been Atari, Intellivision, and Nintendo. A little bit of Sega. So it'll be cool to bring in some PlayStation stuff eventually, you know. So I thought that was a good time. I mean, he sent me Missile Command, and then Mr. Toon decided to start sending me some stuff. So all of a sudden now I have all these great PlayStation games to start with, so it's pretty cool. So they're going to be doing some classic arcade gaming on PlayStation. I'm going to be using my original first PlayStation, PlayStation 1. I do have a PlayStation 2, but I figure why not make it authentic and use a PlayStation 1. That'll make it more interesting. Let's see, the more you use the special item, the quicker you'll get the 2. Oh, I didn't know that. JUrban83 is saying, "Oh man, watching you battle through this section is bringing back awful memories as a child." Yeah, I bet. Stu's review, stop, go back. Uh-oh, did I go too far? Do you have PTSD from all the horrible memories? See, it's funny that I remember my Nintendo days, like the early Nintendo days when I first got one, and I used to rent games and all that stuff. I don't know how I missed out on this game. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, this is like one of the, you know, iconic games of the system, and I didn't really play it. Didn't have it, didn't play it, didn't rent it. I don't know why. I remember when I first seen it, it was actually in a community center. They had a Nintendo set up and people were playing it. And at that point, I still didn't even know what it was. And like I said earlier, it wasn't until I started playing it on the Commodore 64 where I started to really understand this game and what it's all about. I was still playing a lot of Super Mario Brothers and Zelda, Legend of Zelda, which probably is one of my most favorite games on the Nintendo, is The Legend of Zelda. Just always loved that game. I mean, you just can't beat it. Am I supposed to go this way? Ooh, there's a 2. Alright. Let's throw some holy water at these evil guys. Hey, a 3. Usually I find the 2 is good enough. I've never seen a... Oops. Guess I shouldn't walk that way. Never seen it where the 3 was any much more better than the 2, but I could be wrong. Just want to try and make it somewhere on this level. All I know is I'm supposed to try and hold on to this holy water. But sometimes what happens is you go to jump, you hit a candle, and I don't know, like the stopwatch or something comes out, and then all of a sudden you lose your weapon. You're like, crap. Or you get the dagger or something, and you're like, no, I wanted the holy water. Especially when you had the 3 and all that stuff, and you're able to throw the weapon 3 times, and then you're stuck with this crappy dagger weapon, which is pretty much like that. Just like that happened there. I did not want that cross. So I'm going to have to make a mental note that there's a cross there. Because now I'm screwed. Yeah, the cross is okay. But you can't beat the Reaper with it. I mean, it's really hard. I guess you could if you're really good at it, but I think I'm screwed. My only hope is to, like, throw everything I got. It doesn't even hurt these, like, knight guys. Like, they just... Cross is just, like, useless. Let's just throw everything I got at this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have, like, no lives left, even if I do make it. I'm gonna get to the Reaper and I'm gonna have nothing. 1 tick of life. And you pretty much need the holy water to beat the Reaper. That's what I mean. You need the holy water. Ouch. It's insane that this level is like probably the hardest level in the game. And it's not even the last level. Hey, a free man. Yay. Pointless because I need the holy water. Ouch. Just lost half my life there. Oh, there's wall meat. Okay. Not enough though. I mean, there's just no way. This area here is like brutal. Another game I want to start playing a little bit more of is the Sega Master System game that's very similar to this. Crap, what's it called again? There's a game on the Sega Master System that's just like this. Master of Darkness, that's it. I did a comparison video on that. If you look in some of my previous videos, I did not a comparison, sorry, a similar games video where I compared Castlevania with Master of Darkness. Master of Darkness is the Sega Master System, which is Sega's kind of version of the Nintendo, I guess you can call it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get very far. I need to start over again. At least I got somewhere. And, I mean, it's very much like this game. It's this very similar platformer style game like this. It's not vampires, I don't think. And it takes place in England, I think. Go away, Medusa heads. Crap. Yeah, I don't know if these weapons are good for... Guess it works for killing these guys. Ah, I jumped instead of ducked. Again. Back with two health for the Reaper, which is never good, because this guy just, like, throws the sickles at you and you're dead. Cripes. Cripes. Yeah, I think the only way to get through this area is if you come fully stocked with everything. This is good. I mean, this is what gives you the practice to eventually get through this whenever you can. Oh, jeez. And to learn little things like, this is some wall meat. Oh, okay, so I got the invisibility. Maybe I should just run. Run! No, I don't think I... No, I didn't. Crap. I don't have the 2 or the 3, so there's the 2. I'm gonna run out of... Yeah, I'm gonna run out of hearts. So even if I do get there, I don't have any hearts. That's another thing. How am I gonna beat this guy? No hearts. Okay. I'm just gonna focus on running around, trying to avoid those sickles. Oh, jeez. Never mind. They're everywhere. Oh, crap. Forgot. These guys start off right out of the way, coming at you. Did they really need to add the hunchbacks to this level? Isn't it hard enough? Uh-oh, Mr. Toon's having problems with his connection. Hopefully it's not me. I know I usually either have a good stream or I have a horrible stream. You're hooped. I'm hooped. What's hooped mean? Why am I hooped? Die. It's good now. Okay, good. Ah, oh, crap. That sucked. Jumped. I shouldn't have jumped. Crap! I still gotta learn the timing of these guys. I'll take the knife. Whatever. Whew. Who put meat in the wall? That is an ongoing question. It'd actually be funny if they somehow managed to explain that in the Castlevania series on Netflix. That'd be kind of funny. Make some kind of joke about food being in the wall. And I believe the Season 2 is coming out very soon for Castlevania. Possibly this month. It's October. Ah. Stupid hunchback guy. Oh, he's missing. Ah. So Stu's reviews is saying that Trevor Belmont left them behind. But who left them behind for Trevor Belmont? I hate this area because you can't kill him because it just keeps regenerating. So dumb. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I don't have much power left. I feel you almost have to like get through this whole level without being hit, which is like insane. You have to like literally get all the way up to the Reaper without being hit. How do you do that? Or at least having enough to keep the holy water. What's that Stu's saying? One thing that's bullshit about almost every game, why is it that when an enemy runs into you, it hurts you? Why doesn't it hurt them? It's a good question. It's like, the only thing that hurts them is your own weapons. Yeah, that would be great if the Medusa head, say, were to hit you and then die. But, then again, I think most of the time if the Medusa head hits you, you're almost going to fall to your death anyways. Or they just continue on and it doesn't matter if they're still alive, because they usually don't come back on this one. But the Hunchbacks, they keep bouncing around the frickin' screen. It'd be great to be able to bid adieu to them. Okay, now I'm in an awkward spot because I don't think I'm gonna get the holy water. Oh, nice. Pro tip. After you throw holy water at the knight, back up and they'll advance toward the explosion. Ah, that's cool. Thanks, dudes. That's a good piece of advice there. How am I gonna beat this guy? Ow. That wasn't smart at all. The other thing I wish in this game is that the turkey leg would just restore your health to, like, full power. I don't understand why it only has to, like, give you, like... Oh, got the stop clock. Why it has to, like, only give you, like, a little bit of power. It should just, like, give you full power. Your health meter is not really that, you know... Crap. Big to begin with. Ah, I'm dead. So why doesn't it just, like, heal you completely? Oh, I hate the small whip. It's so pointless. There we go. The other thing is, too, I think they needed more locations, like better locations on where they put that, whatever it's called, pork chop, loin chop, turkey leg, leg of the werewolf, whatever they want to call it in every single game. They needed to strategically put it into better places. I mean, here it's okay, but in the very beginning there's a spot where they put it in two areas where you honestly don't need them. Ah, crap. And in the areas you do need them, forget it. It's not there. this is not good, because I'm going to use up all my weapons, and I'm not going to have anything to beat the Reaper with. So what is the point of this? I definitely don't want that dagger. Crap, I'm out of, like, I don't have any hearts to get the Reaper with. Like, I'm pretty much screwed. Forget it. Yeah, they have to make the game somewhat challenging. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's part of the challenge of the game. Ah. Whoopee, you gonna... Ah, whip. Yay. Clock doesn't work on the Reaper. Huh. That'd be convenient. Just put him to sleep. Oh. Does the clock work on any of the villains? Okay, that didn't work. Hashtag wall meat. Exactly. Ah. Crap. Crap! Yeah, the timing on this, I need to really figure this one out. See how, like, I cannot get by these guys without losing half my life? I really need to figure this out. And let them kill me. Okay, what if I duck? No, that doesn't work. So what do I have to do? Walk a step, turn around, then duck? Works on the bat, Medusa, and the mummies, which are all easy anyways. So... Damn, I have a problem on this one. Can't seem to get by this without losing, I don't know, more than 3/4 of my life. And then I'm gonna lose the holy water, which seems like the best weapon to use against the Reaper. This pretty much stuns them into place. I think that's why I like Castlevania 2. It's not as stressful. Sure, Castlevania 2 drove you nuts when you first played it and you didn't know where to go and what to do. But once you learn all that stuff, now that we have the internet, it makes it even easier. But like the angry video game nerd said, you know, that's why they invented Nintendo Power, or perhaps they made Castlevania 2 because of to make Nintendo Power. I don't know. Ah, jeez. This ain't good at all. It would be funnier if the meat was a nut. Walnut. Nah! Get me some walnut. Especially if it was a walnut. Yeah, I'm pretty much screwed. Oops. It's like 8 hits to kill that guy. You beat Castlevania 2 without a manual? Okay, I don't know how you did that, because how did you know you were supposed to duck down at that lake thing where you need the white crystal or the one of the crystals? You need the crystal, blue, red, I don't know, whatever crystal it was. But you needed that crystal to duck down at the lake just to advance. How did you know that without reading the cheat book? Same with the whirlwind on the other side, where you had to have the other crystal and then duck down, and then the whirlwind came and take you away. How did you know that without a cheat book? Because the game doesn't tell you anywhere. Like, all the people are cryptic. They don't even leave the right messages behind. No, I'm not gonna do it as an adult. I mean, I remember my friend had Castlevania 2. We used to play it a lot, and we couldn't get anywhere. In fact, the only time I ever beat Castlevania 2 was when I put in the cheat code. What was it? I used to know it too. There's a cheat code you could put in there. And it pretty much gives you everything. It starts you off like fully prepared to go right after Dracula. Just like in Kid Icarus, you can put in a cheat code and it gets you like to this point where you have everything. And I know it. It's in my brain right now. It's just not there. But yeah, I mean, Castlevania 2 is love. I just love the thing I like about Castlevania 2 is the music, and I like the pacing of it. It's more of a story. I mean, Castlevania 1's just hard. That's what it is. It's just hard. The enemies are hard. In Castlevania 2, the enemies aren't hard. It's more of a RPG style. So it's kind of a cool game, and I mean, there's not a lot you can really do with it. Once you learn where all the secrets are, you can just play the game pretty quickly and you know, kind of rip right through it. Half the mansions that you go to in part 2 don't have any bosses in them. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing that one again. I really love playing it. It's a fun one. It's you know, it's not uber challenging, but it's still fun. And I like the music. I like the pacing of it. A little bit of a grind on it though. The thing that sucks about Kid Icarus is the first room is always empty. You finally get to a room and you're like, okay, finally, what's in here? And then it's like, what the nothing. Yeah. Yeah, in Kid Icarus, Kid Icarus is hard too. Kid Icarus takes some getting used to. You really have to like get used to the Kid Icarus. Trying to beat the enemies. It's not an easy game, and what's his name? Pit? I think his name Pit. He is very weak, and usually when you die, you lose everything. You start off at the beginning again. It's just really annoying. It's just crap. But yeah, I like Castlevania. Even though it's hard, I keep playing it. It's not like other games like Battletoads. If you play Battletoads, that game's just annoying. I almost refuse to play that one. I don't know. I just refuse to play it. I mean, that game's just, it's unfair hard. And it's like, you know, Ninja Turtles I like too, but it's long. Like, playing Ninja Turtles does take a while to actually kind of get anywhere in it, but it's also hard. And I used to play that one like all the time until I beat it, and then I was able to beat it every time. And I haven't played it in stopped playing it for a very long time. And now I'm just kind of back at the, I can get halfway through it and then I'm done. Well, I came here to see some ass whooping. I was not disappointed. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Stu, I mean, usually the Reaper level is about as far as I get, and then I'm screwed. Mr. Toon saying, Kid Icarus kicks my ass every time I play it, but it's good. Yeah, it's fun, and it does take some time to get used to it. There's also the Game Boy one, which I have now, so I have the emulator for it. I did try playing it a little bit. But yeah, Kid Icarus, I never get anywhere. I think maybe once in my entire life I actually played it from beginning to end and won. Most of the time I'd put in the secret code to start off with, endless power and all of the stuff you need, and then you just gotta navigate yourself through without being turned into those freaking eggplants from the Eggplant Wizard. I really didn't like Ninja Turtles. Seemed like a very cheap game. It was okay. You know what? Honestly, I actually enjoyed the Ninja Turtle game, Fall of the Foot Clan, on the original Game Boy than I did on the Ninja Turtles on Nintendo. I found the Fall of the Foot Clan game kind of really had more of the cartoon feel to it. Like, it had Baxter Stockman in there, like the graphics and all that, even though it's on the black and white Game Boy, or not black and white, it's like, what is it, green and gray, whatever, the Game Boy 1, the first Game Boy. I thought that the Ninja Turtle games was pretty cool on that one. Even the Castlevania game was actually pretty neat. A little bit different, but still neat. I really enjoyed playing that. Yeah, I intend to get around to playing those too, or streaming those ones as well. I did do a stream of Ninja Turtles. I got just after that water level where you have to defuse all the bombs, and then I got to a point where I was just like messed up. Yeah, see, the Turtle games on Game Boy was better design. See, with the Game Boy, they didn't have to make such a big, huge, elaborate game. They knew that. They just had to make a nice, simple, smaller game, and that's what made it better. Also, the original Ninja Turtle game on Nintendo, it followed more of the original Ninja Turtles when they all had the same colored bands and all that stuff before the cartoon really took off. It followed that storyline, so I mean, wasn't as good. And I even remember then playing Ninja Turtles on the arcade and really enjoying it on the arcade. Like, the weapons were better, the moves were better, everything was better on the arcade. Always has been. Well, in the past anyways. Anyways, yeah, I better pack it in for tonight, because it's been a long day, it's been a long weekend. For me, we got a long weekend, so I actually have tomorrow off. Which is good, because I got some time to actually film some more videos. So, look forward to these PlayStation games I'm going to be playing. I got the Namco Museum, which Mr. Toon sent me. So I'm going to be playing this. This will probably be my first video of the series. And then I got this one, which I'm dying to play, is Q*bert on the PlayStation. Again, Mr. Toon sent this to me. Really cool guy. Thanks for supporting the show, Mr. Toon. I'm definitely going to be playing this Q*bert game. But I figure I'm going to start with this one. And I know Mr. Toon is a big Namco fan, and so he's going to enjoy this one. And it's got, what is it? Turn your home into an arcade with 6 classic hits. Galaxian, Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position 2, Dig Dug. Not sure what that is. There's a couple of ones on here I'm not familiar with. So I can't wait to try them out. And since I haven't done any PlayStation stuff, this will be a good one to break the system into, and the first Brian's Man Cave PlayStation game. So look out for that. Probably be on Thursday, because I already have a video lined up for Tuesday. Anyways, thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks all the great people that came in the chat. We had Gold Mario 79, Jacob Downey, Jim's Retro Zone, cool guy. Stu's Reviews, Mr. Toon was in here. We even had RGT 85, really cool retro gamer, real cool YouTuber guy. Love to hopefully have a chat with him one day. That would be awesome. And we had J Urban 83, my cousin, and Jeff D. A lot of great people on the chat today. A lot of good gamers coming in today. But yeah, this was just me. We also had Daniel Powers in the beginning. So this was a lot of fun. This was just me working on my Castlevania skills. I plan to play a bunch more, and you know, I plan to do the part 2. Maybe I'll play some part 3 and the Game Boy one for sure. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways, thanks for coming out, and look out for my next videos coming up. Talk to you later.